Hi, and welcome to today's live broadcast, HR from Anywhere, G Suite Integrated Leave Management. So I'm going to start off this afternoon with some introductions. I'm Charlotte, and I've worked at Appogee HR for 6 years now, running the business operations. And I've also got my colleague Megan on the call.
Hi, I'm Megan from the Customer Success team. I look after all our current and new customers.
So for anyone who has joined us today who's not familiar with what Appogee HR do, let me just give you a short overview. So we've been providing a range of cloud HR software solutions since 2009 and aim to be the leading HR software provider for small and medium businesses. We do pride ourselves on the simplicity and effectiveness of our solutions and provide our customers with the ability to manage their HR from anywhere and remove the burden of complex paperwork. So just as a reminder, the session today is focused on G Suite Integrated Leave Management and how this can support your business. We're going to be covering off why tracking absence is so important for your company and the benefits that this can bring, how integrating a leave management solution with G Suite can help you to support this process, why visibility and ease of use is absolutely essential when it comes to looking at a new solution for controlling your absence tracking. Megan is then going to be providing you with a short demo to cover off the key integration points we offer with Appogee Leave and how this all ties in with your leave management process. Then I will be back to share with you what we at Appogee HR can offer you in terms of other packages, and we're then going to move to a Q&A session. So you will notice that there is a chat window on the right side of the screen. We do have agents online ready to answer your questions as we progress, so please feel free to add any queries throughout the broadcast today, or you can wait until the end. Let's talk about absence tracking and why this is important for your business to invest in. Firstly, having a system in place is going to reduce your manual process. If you currently work or have worked for a company managing leave and sickness through paper-based forms or spreadsheets, then you'll know how time-consuming this can be. Implementing a software solution can drastically cut down on the time spent on what is effectively a very simple request, check, and approval process. Ensuring employee coverage is crucial for any business. You must have employees to cover workload, answer your phones, and provide the service that your company is offering. Being able to view and track requests and absences allows you to reject them if you need to, and ensure that you always have the employee coverage you need. Empowering your managers and employees is really important when it comes to managing absence. Giving your staff the ability to view their allowance, request their own leave, is all part of the key part of the process and will dramatically reduce wasted time. Providing managers with simple visibility of their team allowances and ownership of approving those requests will give them full control over who in the team is off at any given time and who is in without having to involve other departments in this process. So using a leave system will allow you to easily track sickness and spot any employee wellbeing issues or areas for concern. With full transparency and accuracy, you can check and report on absenteeism and make decisions to support employees or take action where it's required. Accuracy is another key reason to move your leave processes to an online solution. When you're using a manual process and complex paperwork or spreadsheets, then errors can occur. Employees could end up taking too much leave or not enough, and teams could find themselves short or not knowing that colleagues are off on certain days. When you use a system to handle this process, you know the data is going to be accurate. Having full transparency when it comes to managing absence and employee whereabouts is absolutely key. Employees and managers must have full visibility of leave allowances, balances, and what's been booked, as well as knowing if a colleague is not in the office on a certain day, but may actually be available remotely. Having a full history of absences, requests, allowances, and even length of service entitlement updates are necessary for any business. And this allows you to easily handle questions such as, I booked this day off, or I didn't realise that the request had been rejected, or even why hasn't my request been approved? All the information is held in one location as a single source of truth. Using a leave management solution alongside a G Suite integration is a winning combination for your business. And here are some of the benefits it could provide you with. Single sign-on. So enabling your employees to use their G Suite credentials to sign in makes life so simple for them. There is no need to set up and remember a new username and password. You just use the same login you use for Gmail and the rest of the G Suite applications. You can also benefit from two-factor authentication that you may already use for your login. Having a G Suite calendar integration as part of your leave offering really provides you benefit to your employees. Being able to have all requests populate the calendar gives your staff the ability to schedule meetings around absence, sickness, and remote working setups. An integration can also give you benefits such as automated out-of-office messages, which can allow you to set these at the point of making a request so that you won't forget later on. Google Drive pickers give you access to documents held within your drive and enables you to easily attach them to requests for reasons such as doctor's notes or jury service proof. Being able to access users from within your G Suite domain and upload them straight into your leave management tool is another great reason to consider integrated software. With a G Suite integration, you can gain quick access to the solution from the same menu you use to access all your other applications, such as Google Sheets, Docs, and Gmail. So managing absence and employee whereabouts is such a crucial part of your day-to-day business. It's so important to have a clear, simple system in order to do so. So providing employees and managers with a simple interface to request and approve absence helps to empower your workforce and really keep them in charge of the process. Being able to see exactly where an employee is, if they're working from home that day, if they're available, or if leave has been planned is absolutely essential to your company. Team calendars provide the whole business with an insight into where their colleagues are and if they're reachable. This is so important when employees may be furloughed and can't be contacted for work at the moment, or when they are remote working and just not present in the office. Giving employees visibility and control of booking their requests and allowances reduces so much admin for managers and HR teams. They are no longer faced with questions around allowance balances and whether or not carryover has been added. There is a single source of truth with full access to view more information on requests and what's contributed to their allowance in terms of carryover and toil additions. This full transparency will save everybody time. All employees have full visibility to employee whereabouts and the ability to control their own leave and sickness management. Without this transparency, teams may end up not being fully staffed and incorrect information can be given around allowances and your requests. So I'm now going to hand over to Megan and she's going to take you through some of the features of Appogee Leave.
Thanks, Charlotte. So I've logged into an Appogee HR account, but I will only show you the leave-only sections. Charlotte will go in more depth into the different packages that we offer. So I'm just going to start by adding an employee from my G Suite integration. So under the Add Employee section, you can see that I've got import from G Suite here. Now this is going to search my G Suite domain and check anybody who has an email address but doesn't have an account in Appogee HR. So you can see here that it's come up with 2 employees. I'm just going to add the 1 for now, but you can do multiples if you need. So next I'm going to assign Olivia a team and a leave profile. The team will determine her approval flow, so who's there to approve her leave and sickness requests. And this leave profile here is what's going to determine how much leave allowance she gets, whether she gets a sickness allowance and any custom allowances as well. So you can see I've got multiple ones set up. I'm just going to put her on the full-time leave profile. The next step is to give her a job title and a start date. Let's just pick today for now. And then finally, we can say what access she has upon login. So is she allowed to log in now or at a later date? And I'm just going to import her and that will pull her details across. So you'll see it's got her email address and any other G Suite information. So her name and her profile picture. So now I'm going to head back to the dash and just show you the simplicity of creating a new leave request. There's various ways of doing this. So we've got this plus button here, which gives us some options, or we can do a request from the calendar. So from the drop down on the types of leave, you can see that I've configured multiple leave types, and they can be deducted or non-deducted. And these can be completely configurable based on what your organisation needs. But just for the ease of this, I'm going to submit an annual leave request. Let's do next week. So this screen has shown me that it has picked up that it's worth 5 days of allowance, and once this has been approved, I would have 1 day remaining for the rest of the year. So as Charlotte mentioned, you can actually set the Gmail out of office from here as well, which is super simple and means that you're not going to forget to do it at a later date. I could also attach a file to the request if I wanted to. So you can see here that this has pulled through a very generic G Suite Gmail out of office message, but if you had one already configured in Gmail, you can just import that message that you'd already set up. But it's configured it, worked out what the return to work date is for your out of office. And then finally, this just shows me all of the relevant information that I need about the request, and then I'm going to submit the request. So the calendar will refresh, and you can see that this request is now set as pending. For the ease of the demo, I have just set myself up as my own leave approver, so I'll show you the process of doing that now. So if I head to my alerts panel, you can see that that request is now at the top of the list. So that's the leave request that we just submitted. So I'm going to open that and look at a bit more information, or I could just approve or reject it straight away from that menu. So I can see here that it's an annual leave request for 5 days, starting on the 3rd of August. So I'm just going to approve that request. So we saw that it was showing on the year at a glance view, but I can go into my Google Calendar and have a look at this request that has now synced across. So you can see here that that approved leave is showing in my G Suite calendar. I've also set up a all teams calendar, which shows me anybody else who is due to be off at the same time. And I can look at that across the month, for example, and see any other leave for the other employees across the organisation. This has been set up for all teams, but you can set up multiple team calendars for each individual team if you need to. So that concludes my quick overview demo. I'll hand you back to Charlotte.
Thanks, Megan. That was a great demo. So why is absence tech best? So investing in absence management technology is going to instantly reduce your paperwork from day one. There is no longer any requirement for paper forms or request emails, and the whole manual process is removed and taken to a simple online solution. You would also see an end to spreadsheets, no longer needing to translate your paperwork and request forms into a spreadsheet and try keep track of allowances and employee whereabouts. Everything is going to be handled from within that one single solution. Being able to automate the calculation of leave allowances, any length of service entitlements and carryover, and so much more means that HR no longer need to spend that time doing the calculations or relaying this information to employees at many points throughout their year. The solution is going to do all those calculations for you. And as previously mentioned, with this single source of truth in your software, you can guarantee your accuracy. Once set up, you can be safe in the knowledge that employees have the correct information to hand at all times, and the questions are far reduced. With a cloud solution, it is a given that this will be accessible from anywhere and on any device. This makes it really simple for employees to log requests whenever they need to, without having to wait to be back in the office. So we have done a series of webinars over the past couple of months in the HR from Home and now HR from Anywhere series. So please head over to our YouTube channel after the session today and view some of the other titles you can see here. We have collated these for you in a playlist, or you can pick from the selection of topics we have, such as employee engagement and onboarding, performance management, or managing your company policies from anywhere. In addition to Appogee Leave, which you have seen today, we do actually have a full suite of HR solutions for businesses. We also have Appogee HR, which does come in 2 versions. We have Essentials for your core HR requirements and Appogee HR Success for your more advanced HR needs. Both of these do also include the full leave module. Appogee Goals is our standalone solution for managing your employee OKRs and goals tracking, and this is also included as part of the Appogee HR Success package. And you can find out much more about all of our solutions if you head over to our website. So we do get great feedback on Appogee Leave and how it benefits businesses that adopt it. We're forever hearing how easy it is to use and how quick it is to adopt into the company culture. We're highly configurable and flexible, so for Appogee Leave, you can support many customizations around flexible allowances, accruals, length of service entitlements, and different public holidays. Appogee Leave has excellent customer retention rates, with businesses renewing with us year after year. And we do take security and data protection extremely seriously. All our solutions are securely built and hosted on the Google Cloud platform. And if you do find us on the G Suite Marketplace, you'll see our listings there with many great customer reviews and feedback. So being a cloud solution, we do have regular updates that are rolled out to you immediately with no need to update the software or install. So thank you so much for your time today, and we really hope you found this session helpful. So please do let us know if you have any questions by using the chat box on the right side of the screen. We will be staying online after this session to answer any queries you have. If you would like a full demo, then please get in touch with us to book that in with one of our team. We do also offer a full access 14-day trial, completely free of charge and with no requirement for any payment details upfront. So please head over to our website to start a trial of any of our solutions. We are very active on social media, so please feel free to follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube to keep up to date with our updates and hear about any future webinars. As mentioned earlier, our YouTube channel has a great library of videos, including the full HR from Anywhere series. So we will stay around now to answer any questions, and thank you again for joining us today.